And by coincidence, because as you know, there was a draw for this. So an unusual situation, but it should be interesting.
Very unusual, Bruce. And, you know, I was talking to Jimmy before we went on the air, and he said that Barry had so much stuff on the ball that he felt tonight he was going to borrow some from him. But
somebody told me one time that you've got a lot in the ball, too. Well, that's true or not?
Well, not really. Kay Sutherland bowled the last time that she was on against Sharon and Jimmy. She was 116 and 103, and Barry Sauer was in at 120 and 114 for a 234 at 453. Sharon McNamara was in at 91 and 121 at 212, and Jimmy Lyons was in at 97 and 107 for a 204. And they were beat very handily by Kay and Barry in that first round of that opening third round, Bruce, by 37 pins. But if you want to look at it, Kay Sutherland and Barry Sauer, their overall, I believe, the six-string total is 1434. If you want Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons, I should say, is 1333. So going into this match, we have Kay Sutherland and Barry Sauer leading by 101 pins.
Okay, that's after 3 rounds, Jack. Total of 6 strings. Not to make Jimmy Lyons a goat, but he didn't bowl all that well the last time these two teams met with a 97 and a 97 and a 107. He's capable of throwing much better than that, and that indeed could be the difference.
Oh, I think so, Bruce. He has something to prove here. He's all the way down from New Glasgow, and I know that Barry bowling a 120 and a 114, he's quite happy with that, but looking at some of his strings here, 159, 139, 128, and Jimmy Lyons has also had some good strings. So I think it's going to boil down, Bruce, tonight's match. Too bad we're going to have a loser in this because there are 4 excellent bowlers, but I'm still picking Kay Sutherland and Barry Sauer.
Okay, that's the matchup then. Kay Sutherland and Barry Sauer as they take on Sharon McNamara. Jimmy Lyons, the winner of this match, will go to our sudden death final. Right now, let's take a look at the bowlers and take a look at their form. And stepping up first for her warm-up tosses is Sharon McNamara, Jack.
Well, Sharon, Bruce, she's been on, this is her 3rd time on now, and she's happy to be here. She's a wild card, and she never thought she'd be here, but Sharon will talk, but she's been bowling for 8 years, and she's got very smooth style. She gets it out about 4 or 5 feet, very accurate. Last time she was on, Bruce, I believe she was hitting the front pin very, very well, and just couldn't get any breaks. So if Sharon can get some breaks tonight, she's going to have some good scores.
Okay, this is the warm-up frame for Sharon McNamara's scores so far. 92, 107, 123, 96, a 91, and then a 121. This is Sharon's partner, Jimmy Lyons.
Jimmy is out to prove one thing. He's happy to be here because he's a wild card. And I noticed he got a new set of balls here, and they're very, very shiny, Bruce. They're black balls. And he's got a real good spin on the ball. And warming up, he looked really good. So I think what Jimmy would like to do tonight is stay close to Barry, because Barry is younger and a little more accurate than Jimmy, but it should be a good match.
Okay, scores for Jimmy Lyons through the first 3 rounds. A 124, a 117, then a 130 and a 128. And the last time on in round number 3, he tossed a 97, then a 107. This is Kay Sutherland.
Well, what can we say about Kay? If anybody wants to learn how to bowl out there, see this lady in the any bowling establishment, just go up and ask her how she does it, because she's got a perfect style. She gets her ball at about 4 or 5 feet, very accurate. She's facing the pins. It's one of the better styles of the ladies that we do have bowling here around Metro, Bruce, and she has been around a couple of years, and she's got the average to prove it.
Okay, Kay, a 121 and a 122 in the first performance, then a 95 and a 107 the last time on the show. She tossed a 116 and a 103. Kay's partner has been throughout this particular matchup, the ROTHMANS Mixed Doubles Championship, is Barry Sauer.
Well, what can you say about Barry? There he is down the sides. He's got a tremendous amount of spin on the ball, Bruce. He's only been bowling 8 years, and here he is carrying a league average of 120. I think I had to bowl 20 years before I could even give it up to 117. But one of the best young bowlers right now in Metro. Good attitude, good personality, and a very good bowler.
Okay, you've been watching Barry Sauer, then, not to be confused with Barry Harnish or Barry Sutherland. And during the first 3 weeks of the show, Sauer tossed a 159, then a 139. Second time around, a 110 and a 128, then a 120 and a 114. Those some impressive figures tossed up by Barry Sauer. This is our matchup tonight, then. Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons catching the wild card berth, going against Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward, the winner to go on to the final. Now, let's get to the action with Sharon McNamara and Kay Sutherland. Got to be a little pressure, Jack.
Well, there's a lot of pressure here, and, you know, I think even though I'm picking Kay and Barry to win it all, but I think Sharon and Jimmy's got something to prove here tonight, so I've been wrong before, including the World Series and the Liberals.
Okay, this is Sutherland on your right. That's your target right there. And
great shot.
Sharon McNamara on the left, as she's mentioned. Jack, an excellent shot by Sutherland to get the spare. Sharon McNamara working on the other side. Lane number 9.
This is a great shot there by Kay. Bruce, she had the 4 down the line plus 1, and got it out very cleanly.
Tough one there for Sharon McNamara. She's caught the hole. Will open with a 5-box. Tough way to open, but I guess it's better to open with a 5-box than maybe close with one, Jack.
Well, it's all uphill from there. It's you can't go down any further, but Sharon's a good bowler. She'll come back.
Okay, on the spare, picking up 6. Good ball there by Sharon McNamara. She'll have a pretty good-looking spare chance. Now for Sutherland. Oh, gave it a try. Interesting shot here, Jack.
I think all she got to do is hit that backwood, and she should have it.
Yep. The spare for Sharon McNamara came back strong after the 5-box and 8-box for Kay Sutherland. So the ladies have tossed their first 2 official boxes in this tournament, at least in this round. They give way now to the men. Barry Soward on the right and Jimmy Lyons on the left. Great start.
Goes the case of Coke fruit.
Yep. Good start for Barry Soward. As you mentioned, Jack, first ball picks up the case of Coke. Confidence is good Coke to Coca-Cola.
Jimmy threw that first ball down, and he punched out the middle there, Bruce, and just stared right at him. He said, oh, no, not one of those nights.
Jack, that's reminiscent of his performance in round 3 when he punched out the center 2 times. See what Barry Soward can do now on the strike.
Well, maybe Barry's going to trick him tonight. He's going to be on the front pin.
That's right. Last time he was on the show, he was off that front pin, but got some great action. There's a great shot there. He's got 8 on it. Almost through the double strike. Jimmy Lyons hits real well, too, in that front pin. Now, let's go to lane 10 right here. Interesting shot, Jeff.
Well, Barry throws such a powerful ball. If he hits the 2 woods, pinches him, he could get it, or the ball could come back here and take the 7 pin.
Here's the shot now. Too far to the left. Tough shot here for, and a great drive, though, by Jimmy Lyons. Howard misses, and Jimmy Lyons takes the 10. Could be a very, very exciting night, Jack, the way this one is shaping up.
It's going to be exciting, Bruce, and it's going to be an interesting match coming home, and we know that the winners will go into the championship, and there's a lot of money at stake.
McNamara here on the spare gets 6. The other side for Sutherland now. He's on the front pin. It's a 6-pin break also. And they're working quickly. McNamara here.
God.
Came within an ace.
What you call lipping out.
Get over there.
Sutherland misses. And McNamara will settle 4-9 for a 3rd box. Kay Sutherland here also scores 9. Jack, we should mention qualifying is now on for our next series. That's a male and female singles tournament. 2 tournaments run together on a television show.
Very interesting, Bruce, and we had some good scores the first week.
Yeah, so great reaction the first week. We're going to give you the names of the qualifiers a little bit later on, the ones that made it. But if you want to try and get in for that one, qualifying is on now. We're taking 4 male and 4 female bowlers per week. And we'll end up with 24 male, 24 female bowlers, and they will bowl in their own tournament, but together on our TV show. Good 8 there for Kay Sutherland, Jack. A pressure shot. McNamara scores the 9. Men back out. Jimmy Lyons on the right. Barry Soward on the left. Neither men open. Lyons at 18 after the first 2. Soward, by virtue of his strike in the first box, at 28. Great first ball there by Jimmy Lyons. Also by Barry Soward.
This shot here that Jimmy's got, he's got the 5 and 7. He's got to almost hit that right on the right-hand tip.
There he's going, Jack. He's got it.
Great shot.
Yep. Now, Barry Soward gives it a try. Jimmy Lyons, the ball coming up the gutter there.
Well, we'll get a shot of that ball there, Bruce, before he picks it up, and see if we can pick it up on camera. It's very spotty, and it's got the stars in it. Maybe the cameraman can pick it up when he puts it in his hand here, but...
Good shot of Jimmy Lyons there, going down to retrieve that ball.
Get Jimmy to show it here, but it's got sparkling in it. I've never seen one of those before.
No. Well, I tell you, the camera does not do that ball justice, does it? Well, working very quickly, Jimmy Lyons on the mark.
Picked up a good 7.
What a great shot there by Barry Soward. He gets his second strike. Now Jimmy Lyons for spare. Oh!
He's got it.
Got it. Well, Jimmy Lyons hangs very tough. Back-to-back spares. Second strike by Barry Soward. Very, very interesting opening. First 4 frames in this match. We'll go to the scoreboard now and get the update. But boy, these guys are quick off the mark tonight. Sharon McNamara, Jimmy Lyons, Kay Sutherland, and Barry Soward. Now, let's go to the scoreboard and Jack.
Sharon McNamara is 39 for 4, Bruce. She started with a 5 box, and I think that's being a little nervous. She sort of settled down the next 3 boxes. She's got a mark there with 6 on it and 2 9. She's at 39, 1 under par. Her partner, Jimmy Lyons, with those great, beautiful balls there with the little sparkling dots in them. I've never seen them before, but they sure are doing the job there for Jimmy. He's at 45 and open for 4 boxes. Their 4-box total is 84. Kay Sutherland started with a super spare there in the first box, and then she's been on the front pin, but punching straight through, and the type of bowler that Kay is, she'll correct that, and she'll be getting a few marks. She's at 41. Barry Soward, her partner, is at 47 for 4. He's open on a big strike there in the fourth frame. They're at 88. They're leading Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons by 4 pins.
4 pins the total then. Soward open on the strike. Lyons open on the spare. Total of 2 marks for Soward, both strikes. Lyons the 2 spares. And Sutherland and McNamara each have a mark. That in the opening 4 frames, a pretty good start. Let's go back to the action now. Take a look at Sharon McNamara and Kay Sutherland. And watching this one very closely, Jack, our scorekeeper, Carol McKenzie. She bowls in the semifinal next week, along with her partner, Chris Taylor, who is also here. They'll go against Eileen Graham and Bill Black. Now, Kay Sutherland.
Good hit there by Kay. Deserved a lot better.
Yeah. Sharon McNamara just off that front pin. She, too, gets a 6-pin break with that pin hit in behind.
Kay hits us on the nose, Bruce. She could make this.
Here's the shot. Oh, all around it, Jack.
She hit it down on the side, but it was hit good enough to go.
Yeah. Back for Sutherland. Settled for 9. Sharon McNamara now. 2 settled for 9. Difference of 4, Jack?
4 pins.
In favor of Sutherland and Soward at this point. Counting the matchup between Sutherland and McNamara, Kay Sutherland leads by 2 at 50 over McNamara, who is 48. This is Kay Sutherland right here. And off to the left, it gets a pretty good 6-pin break. Now, Sharon McNamara. On that front pin, got 8. But it's not going to be easy.
Well, I'd rather have Kay's shot here, Bruce. They're all in a bunch, and if she splits them in between the 1 and 3, it should go very cleanly. She's wide.
Now, what about this shot right there?
She's going to play the wood, I think, Bruce, and she was just maxing off the sidewall.
Oh, boy, she came close.
Good shot there by Sharon.
9
like
boxes
10.
to 10, yes it is. 10 for Kay Sutherland. Sharon McNamara will also score 10. The difference remains 4 pins. Here in the
well, Bruce, there's a group of people out there I'd like to say hello to, and that's Mr. and Mrs. Bradley, Herb Bradley, and their daughter, Mrs. I can't even think of her name. Alice Mitchell. We had a big conversation out in the parking lot, and I think you bailed out on Friday and left me there with them women. However, we got it all straightened out, Alice. I am right. He knows what I'm talking about.
We got Barry Soward right here on the strike. We got 7 so far, and gets the spare on the strike. On the spare, 6 points. That was the amount for pins picked up by Jimmy Lyons. He just missed the spare chance there.
Yes, Alice, I checked that out with Kay and Eileen Graham, and
they were there.
They were there, and they won the averages, and they did bowl the Maritime Maine. So keep those cards and letters coming.
A lot of fun, though. Now, Jimmy Lyons here is waiting for that wood to stop. Kind of hoping it stops a little bit to the right, and it did there. And he gets dead on the pin.
Well, there's one thing that Barry did on that spare chance there, Bruce, and unfortunately the camera didn't pick it up, but the ball was already gone. But Barry was right down on his knees there, and that's what you like to see in bowling, you know. Give it everything you got, and Barry looked really good up there throwing that ball.
Serious business. Get down to this point. There he is on the spare, gets 7, so he is scoring real well. Jimmy Lyons hits real well there. He's got 9, now 10. But Jimmy Lyons gets the strike, and he has really been tough. 2 spares and a strike. Throw in a 10 in the last 4 boxes. Interesting shot here. Oops, got the hole. Did Barry Soward, so he's human.
Well, if he'd been on that front pin, which is a 2-pin there, Bruce, this shot would have went very cleanly. There it is.
There it is. So he'll take 10. Gets a good round of applause, though, for that effort. The ladies are back up now. Sharon McNamara will bowl on the right. Kay Sutherland on the left. Sutherland at 60, dead even after 6. McNamara at 58. Good on that front pin, scoring 8. Good spare chance. Now Sutherland. G2 is on the front pin, gets 9. A couple of excellent spare chances here.
This got the makings of a super match, Bruce. Good shot.
Yeah. Splits him, gets the spare. A little bit of pressure now in Kay Sutherland. Here's the shot.
Wide.
Ooh. Yeah. This does have the makings of a dandy. And Kay Sutherland gets the 10, rather.
You won't see that too much from Kay Sutherland, Bruce, missing single pins. But it's nice to see Sharon McNamara. I know she's only been bowling a few years, but to stay with Kay because she knows what Kay's past history has been. Good ball.
Here on the spare scores 7. It's going to be a little tough to spare up, though. Let's see what Kay Sutherland can do now. Good ball.
What's Sharon to do here, Bruce, on alley 10 is she's got the 6, 9, and 7 played on the outside. No, she's missed.
Yeah. Interesting shot right here, Jack.
This is the type of shot you're just going to watch. It's makeable, but it's a tough shot.
And the right idea. Unfortunately, the wood went one way, the ball went the other. Yeah. The 2 pins didn't go anywhere. An 8-5 for Sharon McNamara.
Well, I got to say hello to my old buddy out there, Sam Oakey. He watches the show 3 times a week, Bruce.
Who?
I said, Sam Oakey. I said, how come
Dear Oakey. You remember that song? Do you?
Sam would remember.
Boy, I want to tell you. A little bit before my time, but...
He caught me on a 10-4 last night. He told me he wants it 3 times a week. I know we're on twice a week, but he said I'd tape it one night.
All right. Sam Oakey. Oh, punched out the middle. That's what Jimmy Lyons did on his strike. That's kind of rough. There's half up and gone. Good ball there by Jimmy Lyons to get 7 on the strike.
Great shot.
What's so? Other side now. Oop. An 8-box for Jimmy Lyons. Sam Oakey.
He's probably going to correct it. It's probably Oakey, E-Y on the end, I would think.
No, there was a song of Dear Oakey. Texas got a job for you down in California. If anybody remembers that song, write us now. Paisley Lane, number 4. Pine
I'll tell you what, even better.
Darkness.
Send that song to us and Bruce will sing it.
Yes, I will. I want to tell you, that's going back a long way. That was a country classic at one time, Jack. If you know who sang that song, drop us a line.
Oh, we're getting trivia stuff here now.
Good ball there by Barry Soward. Didn't break. The Lions looking for spare. Give it a try. That is what Barry Soward has got for spare. Oh.
Hit it too good.
Yep. Shark up 9 for Jimmy Lyons. For Barry Soward, it's going to be 10. Well, 8 frames are gone now in the first string. Very, very interesting match. Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons against Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward for the right to go on to the final. And this is the ROTHMANS Mixed Doubles Championship. Let's swing back to the scoreboard now and catch the update from Jack James.
Sharon McNamara, after 8 boxes, Bruce, is 83. She had a good mark there in the 7th box, got 7 on it, and she's at 83, 3 over par. Her partner, Jimmy Lyons, is at 95. He's been on the front pin. He has 2 spares, 1 strike. He's not pinning all that good for Jimmy. Jimmy usually cleans everything off the plate, either on the 2nd ball or the 3rd ball, Bruce, but he's using those sparkling balls. However, he's at 95. Their 8 box total is 178. Kay Sullivan is at 79, and Kay missed a big 9-pin break there in the 7th frame, Bruce. She missed it very badly, but Kay is not known to do that. But however, maybe there's a little pressure up there tonight. She's at 79 with 1 mark. Her partner, Barry Sauer, is at has got 2 strikes and 1 spare. Had a good shot there in the 8th frame. Hit the shot, and unfortunately hit it too good and left the back pin. He's at 104. Their 8 box total is 183. So after 8 boxes, we have Kay Sullivan and Barry Sauer leading by 5 pins.
5 pins the difference. Then they picked up 1 since we last had the update after 4 frames. But an interesting match, just 5 pins in the difference. One of these teams is going to go to the final. Let's get back to the action now and see the ladies as Sharon McNamara and Kay Sutherland finish off their first string. So McNamara and Sutherland will complete the first string here. And it's Kay Sutherland on the right, Sharon McNamara on the left. In this personal battle, McNamara leads by 4.
Good hit there by Kay.
On the front pin, McNamara now.
Good hit by Sharon.
Yep. Would like to have that pin on the left-hand side, does not get it. Now.
That's a great shot.
Oh, just missed that deadwood.
I think what Sharon will do here, Bruce, she'll play the deadwood and try and get it off the wall.
Timber. 8 box there for Kay Sutherland, so McNamara could pick up 2 here and narrow the gap to just 3. And she does.
Down to 3 pins, Bruce.
Yep. Mind you, the ladies just finishing off their first string of 2 in this semifinal. Kay Sutherland. Off to the left and punched out a couple. She did not want to do that. Sharon McNamara on that front pin. A 7-pin break.
Bowler's nightmare.
Not going to be easy. Yes, sir. Second ball. Great second ball by Kay Sutherland. What do you do here, Jack? Split the wood and hope for the best?
That's it. You got her.
Well, it's getting close.
You give it a good try.
Yep. Looking for 10 as Kay Sutherland gets 9. This would narrow the gap to 2. Yes, it does. 2 pins the difference now as Jimmy Lyons and Barry Soward will finish off the first string. But right now, there's only 2 pins separating these 2 teams. This is Jimmy Lyons on the left, Barry Soward on the right. There's a 4 horseman, very clean. On the other side, a little better shot, Jimmy Lyons. Just has to split those 2 pins, he should have it. Right here, that's Barry Soward shot. Looks good, he's got it.
Right.
Clean, now Jimmy Lyons. Oh, he missed on the left-hand side.
I think Jimmy might have been looking at Barry's shot there when he threw that ball, Bruce.
Good point, Jack, I think you're right. And 10 for Jimmy Lyons. Well, there's still 2 pins in the difference. But the difference is Barry Soward's open. Jimmy Lyons is not in the 10th frame. Let's see what Soward can do here on the spare. Here's the ball. Looks good. Scores 8-9. And another great spare chance. No question, Jack. I could definitely make this one.
You can't be too cautious with this one.
Bang. Good round of applause for Barry Soward. Jimmy Lyons struggles here to pick up a few pins. And he'll have an 8-box. Interesting finish by Jimmy Lyons and Barry Soward at the halfway point. Soward, of course, to throw a bonus after the spare in the 10th frame. The shot. It's pretty good. Gets 6 additional pins to go towards the Sutherland Soward total. Well, Barry Soward comes on strong in the final 2 frames. Go on to the final in the ROTHMANS Mixed Doubles Championship. We're at the halfway point. Let's go to the scoreboard once again, see how they stack up with Jack James.
Sharon McNamara had a good first string, Bruce. At 103, she had 2 marks. She pinned very well. Other than that 5 box, she had the first box starting out. But Sharon McNamara at 103. Her partner, Jimmy Lyons, had 2 spares, 1 strike for 113, and he was on the front pin there pretty good throughout that first string, Bruce, but he was punching out a bit, and he had to work for 9s and 10. He's at 113. Kay Sullivan, 96. I know she's not pleased with that. She missed a couple of good spare chances. She hit a couple of good spare chances, but at 96, look out to hear from Kay in the second string. Barry Sauer, what can we say about Barry? 3 spares, 2 strikes, 139. Dropped 2 pins. We just watch them bowl. They're at 235. So we have Kay Sullivan and Barry Sauer leading by 19 pins over Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons after the first string.
Okay, Jack, let's face it. How many pins was that again?
19.
19 pins. Let's face it. The difference is Barry Soward right now. Had he thrown a 120, which is right on his average, we've got a tie match, but he threw a sparkling 139, and I thought he performed very well under pressure. And there are only a couple of pins separating him and Jimmy Lyons going into the 9th and 10th frame in the first string. So Barry Soward really did a job there, didn't he?
He sure did.
Okay, that's the situation then. 19 pins the difference as Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward battle Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons. Get set for the second half of the second string. It should be a dandy. Let's go now to that with Sharon McNamara and Kay Sutherland. Well, Jack, barring a tie, this will be the final string for one of these teams. Right now, you have to give the nod to Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward leading by 19 over Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons, but 19 pins, not all that many, with a full string to count. This is Sharon McNamara on the right. That is the shot right there by Kay Sutherland.
Well, I'll tell you,
excuse
me, Bruce. Sharon and Jimmy are in a lot better shape after this string than they were in the first string when they bowled Kay and Barry. They're only down 19. I believe the last time they were down something like about 37 or 38, which is an uphill battle.
You just joined us. It was Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward meeting the same Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons in the first match of round number 3. Good 10 there for Kay Sutherland. The first matchup of round number 3. And McNamara and Lyons lost that match, but got into the semifinal by having the best pinfall in that round. The one losing team was going to make it. They had the best pinfall, so they are here. And they are now battling once again the same 2. Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward. And that was via the draw. Good ball there by Kay Sutherland. Well, no. Wow.
Both girls got a good spare chance here, Bruce. Great shot by Sharon.
Sharon has hers, and Sutherland has hers. A couple of marks.
Good shot there. Both girls hit well there, Bruce. And anytime you leave 2 pins up with a nice big pin across it or a single pin with a pin across it, it makes you feel real good.
Okay, Jimmy Lyons right here. Oh, my. Punched out the middle. Rough way to start. The other side. Barry Soward, 6-pin break. Pick your partner Sundays at 10 o'clock here at Basie Lane. You know, Jack, that jackpot. Oh, a great shot there by Barry Soward. He gets the spare. Ooh, that's tough to bowl again.
Well, I was a picket fence there, excuse me, Bruce, but Barry sure show what he's made of here. He knows up against a tough customer here, and Jimmy has a few years on him when it comes to experience, but right now, Barry is all he's concentrating on is the second ball, and it's working real well.
I'm impressed by that shot. Jimmy Lyons here. Good 7-pin break. Now 8, looking for 9. He's going to get 10, but no. The other side, on the spare. 5. Well, Barry Soward, a tailor-made spare rather, here for Jim Lyons. Got it. Getting back to the pick your partner, Jack, that jackpot is up to $892. I cannot believe that it's not gone yet. That's Sundays at 10 o'clock here at Paisley Lanes. There are weekly prizes, of course, and that jackpot to shoot for. But I'm amazed that hasn't gone yet.
Well, there's been a few boys, and I must say that, Bruce, we always mention that the men got to beat 165. We might also mention that the women got to beat 155. So there's been some good shots at it.
Boy, they have come so close many, many times, but still hanging in and building every week. $892, just $8 short of the $900 mark. That's incredible. Sharon McNamara right here. Interesting shot here for Kay Sutherland, Jack, right there.
Looks good.
Good shot. Pretty good by Sharon. Yes, it was.
See, going against Kay Sutherland like Sharon is doing, Bruce, when Kay bowls a 96, you got to beat her by at least a 15 or 20 pins to get her down, because you know she's not going to have two bad strings in a row.
Yeah. Absolutely, Jack. An 8th frame there for Sharon McNamara. We mentioned earlier the qualifying is underway for the men's and women's single championship. 2 tournaments run simultaneously on TV. That qualifying is on now. And we'll tell you now who qualified during the first week. For the women, Shirley Snare is in. So is Patsy Sampson, Chris Archibald, and Susan Hunt. Those are the 4 women who have made it. Oh, great try there by Kay Sutherland.
Tough shot here for Sharon. Unless she hits it way out in the end, she's going to leave the corner pin.
Boy, Jack, you are absolutely right. Now, I thought that was tailor-made. So congratulations to Shirley Snare, Patsy Sampson, Chris Archibald, and Susan Hunt. As far as the men are concerned, Robert Sloan-White's in. So is Bob Cantello, Alan Kaiser, and Rolly Lee. Those are the 4 gentlemen who have qualified through the first week. Qualifying is on right now for this particular tournament. It is going to be very, very interesting. When it's all over, we'll have a women's champ and we'll have a men's champ. Okay, Barry Soward on the right-hand side. 5-pin break. That is his target on the second ball. And the second ball has been working very well this evening. And it just about took them all there. Now, great try there also by Jimmy Lyons. Guys are coming close.
Type of shot, Bruce. You got to hit on the inside. He hit it good on the outside. It should have went, but it's just one of those breaks.
Yep. Both boys pick up 10s.
Getting back to the qualifying, Bruce, I think we're going to crown a Metro woman bowler champ and also a men's. I wonder if we can get Mr. A.W. Peters Enterprise to have a couple of trophies.
I don't think that would be a problem. Good ball there by, yes, sir. Little delayed, but he got him. Barry Soward gets the strike. Well, I think if you are a female Metro champ or a male Metro champ, certainly entitled to a trophy, Jack, and that will not be a problem. But the qualifying is on now. You got to qualify to get into it. Ooh,
yeah, 7 there for Jimmy.
Well, we completed 4 frames in the second string. Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons falling badly behind here. They cannot afford to do that. They were down by 19 pins after the first string, so they have slipped badly through the first 4 frames in the second string, and they are now in serious trouble as Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward continue to pour it on. To give you an exact situation, exact count of what the situation is, let's go back to the scoreboard once again and the update with Jack James.
Sharon McNamara after 4 boxes is 38, Bruce. She has 1 mark with 3 on it, and she's not pinning all that well, and Sharon's rushing tonight. Normally she takes her time, and she's throwing a good ball, and she takes her time and gets in on the front pin, but she's at 38 for 4. Her partner, Jimmy Lyons, who's trying real hard up there. The expressions on his face are really showing. I think what Jimmy's got to do is relax and let the ball work for him, because I think he's just trying too hard, and the ball's got no stuff on it. He's at 43. Kay Sutherland is at 52, and after any time that Kay bowls a 96 and she's got another string to bowl, you know she's going to be in there. And she's at 52 with 2 spares, 12 over par. Her partner, Barry Soward, started with a spare with 5 on. Has 2 pins, open on a big strike there in the 4th frame. They're at, he's at 45, I should say. So after 14 boxes completed, we have Kay Sutherland and Barry Sauer leading by 35 pins in open on a strike.
Okay, Jack, and we should mention, and certainly not to count Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons out, but we should mention that pinfall is extremely important here, as it was in the previous round, because it was pinfall that got Lyons and McNamara into this round as the wild card. But we are going to have 2 losers in this semifinal. That will determine 3rd and 4th place. But the real key to it is the pinfall, because the team with the highest, the losing team with the highest pinfall will finish in 3rd place, and of course the other team will finish 4th, and there's a lot of difference in the bucks there, so they've got to be concerned with the pinfall. The situation then is Sutherland and Soward leading commandingly, 35 pins over Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons. We have 6 frames per bowler to come. Let's go back to the action and have a look at McNamara and Sutherland. And in case you're wondering, it's $700 first prize money, $300 for second, then $150 for third, and $100 for fourth. 5th and 6th get $75 each. Good ball. Oh, great ball there. Oh, she wanted that corner pin, Jack. Kay Sutherland.
That's not a bad shot for Sharon here. She hits her right on the nose. Straight on, Bruce. This should go.
The wood.
That's right. Hit her right on. That doesn't look too bad.
Oh.
Oh, just slid by.
Sorry, yeah.
Excellent try there by Sharon.
Well, McNamara and Lyons have got to start marking. There's no question about that. We've got some ground to make up. 32 pins, to be exact.
Well, Bruce, I was talking to our used car sales manager today, and also his assistants, and David Spicer and Jimmy Smith, and they'd like to send their congratulations along to 3 of our top used car salesmen, Larry, Curly, and Mo.
So I want to tell you, Jack, talking about your Forbes car sales, you got Larry, Curly, and Mo, and Joe. Because they told me they've nicknamed you Joe out there. So you got Larry, Curly, and Mo, and Joe out at Forbes. You want to get a good car? Drop by and see Jack and the gang. Good chance here for Sharon McNamara.
Too high.
Plays it high, yeah.
I know that people are going to say, who's Curly, who's Mo, and but they'll all have their signs on, and or see Jim Smith or Dave Spicer. They'll straighten you out.
A lot of good guys out there, Jack. And I know you're a recent acquisition by that organization. And I've been keeping an eye on you, Jack. All reports are doing fine. Everybody's happy. And just know you're going to do real well. A lot of people are going to drop by and see you, Jack. You want to get a new car.
New car.
Even a used car.
Even a used car. Well, I'm the only guy up there so far, Bruce, that have sold cars that don't belong to us. People that work in our offices up there leave their cars in the lot and I'll sell them.
Somebody told me, Jack, if they drop by Forbes and buy a car from you, you throw in a couple of free bowling lessons. I don't know if that's true, but I heard that. Not a
Good
bad
shot.
sales pitch.
Ooh, I thought he was going to get it.
Close. There's the horseman for Barry Soward. He just about did it again. He got that one earlier. Jimmy Lyons cleans the plate to get 10. Barry Soward also gets his 10. But he picked up that big 9 on the spare. So on officially, I think we got something like 41 pins in the difference. Well, that's going to be a little tough. See what Jimmy Lyons can do about that right in here. Oh, he's punched out that middle several times tonight, Jack. The same thing in round 3. Good ball there for Barry Soward.
Barry's up there freewheeling, and Jimmy's got so much tension in his features, Bruce. If he just throw the ball and let it relax, he's trying too hard. He's just taking the stuff off the ball.
Yeah. And, oh! Jimmy missed on the right-hand side, so he will settle for the 7. Difference now officially is 44 pins. The lady on your right, well, her team's in the driver's seat right now. That's Kay Sutherland. She's the horseman. Well, close to the horseman. This lady right here, well, you don't see her. You'll see the ball she throws in just a moment.
She needs marks.
Sharon McNamara. She needed that pin right there, Jack. She's got a good chance to spare. A little tough here for Kay Sutherland, though.
Well, off the end of the wood, she's waiting for that wood to settle there, Bruce.
Yeah. Taking a lot of time on this one, Jack.
And it's a key shot here for Kay. She was off the end. She could get it. Now she's wide.
Yeah. Well, a must-spare situation here. Have a look. Oh.
She hit it too good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Sutherland will get the 9. Sharon McNamara can pick up a pin here. Well, she doesn't, but even so, Jack, they've got bigger things than that. How are things in the Somme men's bowling league, Jack?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Bruce, because I got this from Mr. Sam Oakey. And Sam says, I watch the show 3 times a week, and I said, well, we're only on twice, but he said, we tape it one night. He said, but anyway, we'd like to read off a few scores here for you. Dave Doucette at 110.4 leading the averages. Dougie Marshall in second place at 107. Harry Cook, now there's a gentleman that I thought would be leading the averages. Harry Cook, no stranger, been around a few years at 107. G. Keddy at 107. And Harold Spicer at 106. And then we have way down the bottom, we have his son Vern Spicer at 99. So it looks like Dad is leading the pack there. High team single, we got Vimy at 585. High team triple, Vimy at 1573. High single, Dave Doucette at 152. High triple, Dave Doucette at 393. High with no mark, Joey Carmichael, great barber in Dartmouth. And it looks like it's a Dave Doucette league. Bruce.
Talk about Harry Cook. He drops by most mornings here at Paisley Lanes. Great fight fan is Harry Cook, and knows a lot about the game, too. So,
well, we might...
we'll look for Harry in the front row. That O'Sullivan fight is coming up.
Oh, that's for sure. Might send our congratulations along to Mo at the Dartmouth General, Mo Schwackert, who is recovering very, very well. We hope to see you back here, Mo.
We got all kinds of funny things, some strange things happening in lane 10 there, Jack. A little quick on the reset there, but Barry Soward's ready now. I want to tell you, Jack, that Paul Green says hello. He was your partner in the 3rd annual Greenback. You and he became champions up at Brightwood.
Yes, Paul carried the load.
Well, he told me that.
Great competitor, Paul Green.
Yeah. Anyway, he says hello. Says you're a little better bowler than you are a golfer. And that's true, Jack.
Well, I think he's almost just about right.
No, I didn't really say that, Jack. He did say to say hello.
Paul plays with a lot of intensity.
All right, let's get back to the action. Barry Soward here. It's well.
Well, Bruce, I think the match is over, but unless we get a fantastic finish here, but...
Yeah.
I know we're not Monday Night Football, but...
Let's talk about diamonds, Jack. We've been getting a lot of inquiries as to the contest. Well, it sure was. Well, we had kind of written that one off as one he probably wouldn't get, but Jimmy Lyons got it. A lot of inquiries about the diamonds promotion here at Paisley Lanes, diamonds being given away and so on. The draws are on the 5th of December and the 1st of January coming up. A couple of diamond rings per location at Paisley Lanes to be given away. Thought you just bring you up to date on that one. To bring you up to date on the scoreboard, we're going to go now to Jack James, but it's Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward holding on to a pretty impressive lead over Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons. Let's get the update, find out exactly where they stand with a couple of frames per bowler to come. Once again, here's Jack.
Sharon McNamara is at 75 for 8 boxes, Bruce. She started with a spear there in the 2nd box, and I thought she might catch fire there because anytime you start with the mark in the first 2 boxes, it's a good indication you're going to finish well. But Sharon's had her problems throughout the next 6 boxes. She had some shots, but she hit that didn't go, and a couple 8-pin breaks with bad wood, but she's at 75 for 8. Her partner, Jimmy Lyons, is at 79 for 9. He's not up to par. I mean, any time that Jimmy is down this low, Jimmy's just trying too hard, and I think what Jimmy's got to do in the last couple of boxes is let the ball work for him. He's at 79. Kay Sutherland is bowling much better this 2nd string. She's at 85. She started with 2 marks there in the 2nd and 3rd. She's 5 over par. Barry Sauer is at an even 100. He's just bowling and right around his average at 120. Barry's got two marks and 2 spares and 1 strike. He's at an even 100. And after 18 boxes, we have Kay Sutherland and Barry Sauer leading by 50 pins over Sharon McNamara and Jimmy Lyons.
Boy, 50 pins pretty tough to make up with just 4 frames to come. The bottom line, I guess, Jack, is the rule is marks will tell the story. McNamara and Lyons have picked up only 3 marks, while Sutherland and Soward have a total of 5. And that is certainly not going to help the McNamara-Lyons cause. Let's see what happens. Stranger things have happened. We're going to go down to the final couple of frames for bowler. Let's take a look once again at Sharon McNamara and Kay Sutherland. Well, this is it for Sharon McNamara. She faces Kay Sutherland. McNamara on the right-hand side of your screen has got to score real big here. Her team down by 50 points. It's well.
Good hit.
Yep.
I mean, I just double-checked the score, Bruce, and I believe it is 50 pins. Good shot here for Sharon.
No question, it's a must. Yep,
He's got
it. Well, it's a start.
It's insurmountable amount for Sharon and Jimmy to pick up, but Jimmy's open, and there's 5 pins already.
Yep.
That cuts it down to 45, Bruce.
Yep. 45, you mentioned Lyons open. McNamara's now open. Sutherland, of course, is not open, but her partner, Barry Soward, is not open either.
Well, if she gets 8 or 9 on this and Rather Spear, this match is going to be close.
Well,
Good
let's
ball.
see what happens here. On the front pin. Oh, well, gets a break there, gets 7. And again, Kay Sutherland struggles a little bit. The interesting shot here, right there, Jack, with all that wood.
She's got to play the 2 pins right in the middle, 2 pins. Oh, she's too wide.
Too far to the right. That would have made it interesting had she got that mark, but a great shot there by Kay Sutherland. Came very, very close. Sharon McNamara now.
That would have done
10,
it.
yeah. No question. And a 10 for Kay Sutherland. So Sharon McNamara finishes with a 102. First string, a 103.
102.
Sutherland dead even on 100. Now Jimmy Lyons on the spare. Picked up at 3, Jack.
Well, it's just
That's
a matter
not
of
gonna cut it.
finishing up here. Jimmy
Yep.
knows he's down, and
This shot, sorry, Jack, this shot right here was exactly the same shot that Barry Soward had earlier. A clean 4 horsemen, but this time he got only 1. Last time he spared it up.
I think Jimmy is, the last couple of times he's been on, Bruce, was just trying too hard, and I know we'll see him back.
Well, Jimmy's in town. He might decide to try and qualify for the next series while he's down there. If we run with the string. Very sour here. Interesting 9-pin break. Soward would like to finish off here with a mark.
Well, it should be fairly routine for Barry.
Not much pressure. Well, maybe not enough pressure, Jack. He said it didn't matter anyway. Jimmy Lyon finds the hole. His final ball settles for the 7. Jack up 10 for Barry Soward. So it's going to be Barry Soward and Kay Sutherland moving on to the final. They battled their way through 4 rounds. They have got 1 more week to go. And if they're victorious, they will be champions. But Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward to go to the final. Jimmy Lyons and Sharon McNamara, after picking up the wild card berth, gave it a shot tonight, came up short. And they will now have to step by the wayside and watch the pinfall to see whether they will finish 3rd or 4th in this competition. But it's Sutherland and Soward, the winners, and we'll talk to them in just a moment. And joining me in the winner's circle, tonight's winners, not Barry Harnish or not Barry Sutherland, but Barry Soward and his partner, Kay Sutherland. Kay, first of all, let's talk about tonight's match. It was dicey after that first string, something like 4 pins in the difference. Boy, you had to be a little worried after that first string.
I just wasn't getting my ball out. That was my problem today.
Well, you're not too shabby all told, though. You had the 96 and then the 100. That was good enough to get the job done.
Yes, it was, yeah. But my partner was with me all the way.
Let's compare that, Kay, to some of your other scores. You did have a 121 and a 122 in the first week, then a 95 and a 107, and a 116 and a 103. So I can understand you're saying a 96 and a 100, you weren't really happy with that.
No, I wasn't. Not tonight.
But you made it, and you got that out of your system, so now it's on to the final, because you have made it to the final. How are you going to treat that one? There's going to be a little more pressure builds week after week. You've been here, what, 4 weeks now?
Yeah, it must be 4 weeks. Oh, I hope to be ready the next round.
I think there's little doubt about that, Kay. You've been bowling extremely well in this competition so far, under the television lights, in front of the camera, in front of the crowd, but you've made it to the final. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you back again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's get Barry in here. Barry, this one, as I mentioned to Kay, was a little dicey after the first string. You had beaten this team before, but they came back at you by getting the wild card berth, and after the first string, there were only, what, 4 pins in the difference, so you had to be concerned.
Yeah, it was really close after the first string.
I felt that you were getting your first ball in better this time around than you were, say, when you appeared just in the last round.
Oh, definitely, Bruce, yep.
Second ball works well. Jack commented several times that you, not only your second ball, but all the balls you throw, very, very explosive. You have a lot of spin on that ball.
Well, the last time I was on, I was down the side quite a bit. I really didn't have control. Luckily, I hit a second ball tonight. I don't know. I just felt good about the way I was bowling. I hit it in on the pocket. Best part of the match. And I was afraid of Jimmy, because Jimmy's got that explosive ball like me. He really throws it hard. And all I wanted to do was stay with him or stay ahead of him.
Well, I was going to say you bowled well in this tournament, but that goes without saying because now you've made it to the final. But just reviewing some of your scores, Barry, you had the 159, the 139, 110, 128, 120, 114, and tonight, a 139 and a 120. You have really bowled well and very, very consistently in this tournament.
Oh, thank you, Bruce.
Now, I want to talk to you about the final because you and Kay are in. There will be a match next week that will determine the team who will meet you. And let's take a look at them. We've got Eileen Graham and Bill Black to go against Carol McKenzie and Chris Taylor. Do you have a preference on which team you'd like to meet?
No, I wouldn't put anything on that one. It's going to be a super match, I know that.
Yeah, they are two excellent teams.
Both teams are
and
tough, yeah.
I'm sure you'll agree, whatever team you meet in the final are going to be tough.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We're going to be there, that's all I can say.
Well, that's the bottom line. You have made it, you and your partner, Kay Sutherland. Barry, congratulations to you. You bowled extremely well, and we look forward to seeing you one more time in that final.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks.
Okay. There it is, then. Our champions, at least for tonight, in Barry Soward and Kay Sutherland. But they certainly deserve the win tonight, Jack. They had beaten this team previously, had to come back tonight and beat them again because Lyons and McNamara picked up that wild card berth. But they came back and they showed that they are an excellent team and did the job tonight.
Well, without a doubt, and I think I just overheard you saying to Barry there, you read off the scores from Bruce. The guy is very, very, very consistent. I mean, anytime you bowl 120, 129, 159, or whatever, that's very consistent bowling, even though they're far and few between. But I have yet to see Barry bowl a bad string on TV, and I was talking to his girlfriend there off the air, and she said that Barry came here tonight very hepped up, very, very nervous, and there's a lot of people that like to participate in sports but are very nervous coming. I know years ago I used to like bowling when I was nervous because I thought it brought the best out of me.
Jack, I don't know if the analysts have really done a job, but as far as the psychological effect in sport, a lot of guys, let's talk about hockey, a lot of guys will have a great junior career but can't hack the NHL because they get psyched out. Where other guys who are so-so in the juniors, but boy, when they get to the big time, they respond to that pressure and that excitement. And I think we can say that about Barry. He just comes up with a big game time and time again when he gets in front of the cameras. Other guys, like myself, I would wilt. I really would.
Well, all joking aside, though, Bruce, it's nice to see Barry bowling. I think he's the most consistent male bowler we had on in this mixed doubles, and now that we got the singles coming up, I think Barry's going to be tough to beat. Yeah. I know that our great buddy, and I like to say hello to him, is that's Carl Jack, who we've lost in the bowling game for a while due to the fact he has a job that doesn't permit him to bowl. But Carl, we know you're still there, and we'd like to see you back. But just
Jack, I got to. All started 23 weeks ago with 24 teams.